Lloyd Consulting stickers, t-shirts and mugs are available by clicking the link to the Google form in the video description below. Good afternoon. Today is the 28th of August and this is the Knebworth Classic Motor Show 2022. This is a Slightly Shambolic Shuffle, part 5. I do apologise if there is wind noise, if I get interrupted by announcements, if there's background music, if I trip over, if I get things wrong. I'm afraid that's just the way it goes on this channel. So we're at the sort of back section of the show now. We've done 4 parts so far, and this is an E30 BMW 3 Series. This is the Cabrio. That looks like a personal plate to me because this is a facelift, this car, and the plate looks a little bit too early to me. Not sure what engine, but probably a 325i. 1972 to 73, Renault 15. Very rare car. The 15 I think was the smaller engine one of the two, and there was also the 17, but the 17 had different styling on the side. It had fewer, rather smaller windows at the back. Incredibly rare car. I don't think I've ever seen one actually before. I've seen a 17 but not a 15. That's very special. 1969 to 70, Morris Minor. Convertible. I think actually this will be a conversion because I think the convertibles had stopped production by the time this car was made. Also, that steering wheel is off an earlier car too. MGB GT, specifically Eric _ the MGB GT on Instagram. Hello to you. Okay, so this is 72, 73. Someone's very sensibly opted for the LED headlamp conversion actually on this car. 1967 Daimler V8 250. This one's for sale. As Mr. Bill on the Fuel Power channel says, these bits actually could be yours. Not this whole car, but some bits. One of these TVR wedges, TVR 280i, 1984 to 85, still with loads of wood. Despite this kind of futuristic design, we've still got wood in the interior, and of that I definitely approve. Jaguar E-Type Series 3, 72 to 73 registration. Similar one to the one that's used actually in Hunter Hunted, episode of Professionals, that was made in 1978. BMW, I think this is an 02. I don't think I've seen an 02 Cabrio before. It's a 2002, excellent. 7071 registration. Mini here. Ooh, it's Austin Mini on here, but I don't know actually if that plate is right. If so, that is one of the last of the Coopers. It was made until around 71, so it'd be a 69 or 70. It's a Mark III Mini anyway. Very late Mark I Impreza here. 99 to 2000 plate. If it's a UK car, it'll be badged for Turbo 2000, but I don't know if it is. There's no badge on that one. Ooh, a Sunbeam Rapier. I don't know what year that is exactly actually. Pre-suffix, so I imagine about 1960, something like that. 1963 Humber Super Snipe with overdrive, and a very nice sort of badge there too. The Hawk was the sort of less posh version of this. It only had the 2 headlamps, which has 4. Mercedes-Benz 190 W201. It's a Cosworth version. 1967-68 MGB GT. See a lot of MGBs here today, but they are very popular classics in this country, so that's perhaps not really a surprise. 1967 Triumph TR4A. It's a very nice colour, that one. 1973 to 74 MG Midget with the kind of different cells. I'm going to have to keep talking over this this music in the background, I'm afraid. Viewers will keep going. 1965 Ford Thunderbird. Unfortunately, there's not much I can do about if they start playing all this music at these shows. Just try to keep going. 1990 sort of 4.5 Jaguar XJS. It's a very late one anyway. Don't know exactly because that's a personal plate. And B facelift MX-5. Ooh, a Daimler. This is either the 4.2 or it'll be the full-on V12. This is David Sovereign Coupe, 75-76, very nice. Aston Martin DB7, that's personal plate. Let's just see what it says on his information sheet, which is very handy. I like information sheets, viewers. I would cheat. So it's a 6-cylinder, 1997, pre-airbag model. That is rather nice, viewers. Silver Shadow here, sort of dressed up as a wedding car, I think. Someone's also got a beige leather interior. I do like a nice beige leather interior, viewers. Very much my kind of thing. 1926 Oldsmobile. That's an interesting car. I don't think I've ever seen one of these before. Again, you could have a choice of that as well. Ooh, a very, very late Opel Manta. But from the very last year they made these. 87, 88. This is a Berlinetta model. So it says hers, so where's his then? Yes, made until 88 when they were replaced by the Calibra. Another Triumph Dolomite. This looks like an 1850, it could actually be a Sprint. Let's take a look at the back. It's got Sprint wheels on this. It is an 1850 HL, but it's had the Sprint wheel upgrade, which is quite a popular one. 77, 78. Stag, 1974 to 75. With overdrive, of course. All the manuals have had overdrive on the Stags, I think. 1977 to 78 MGB GT rubber bumper. Ooh, viewers, is that a Lancia Beta HPE? I think so. Very, very, very nice. Yes, please. It is a Beta HP. It's for 2000 injection, 8283. Lexus LS400. This is the first facelift these had, I think. Does it have a beige leather interior with wood? My viewers, yes it does, and it's very, very nice indeed. So it's a 99. NAMX5. Looks like it's had some track action actually, driven by those dents. Pre-facelift E30 3 Series BMW convertible here. That is that a beige interior, viewers? Answers in the comments section below. Abarth. I don't know what that Golf's doing in here. This Golf though, yes, absolutely, I understand why it's here. Mark II GTI, pre-big bumper, 87, 88 registration. And that's just the 8 valve, it's not the 16 valve. 1974 to 5 Triumph Stag. Try not to get too close to the arena where they're playing the music. 1971 to 72 MGB GT. I think with the what's called a fish mouth grill, actually, that one. Triumph Spitfire 68-69 registration. This would be a Mark 3. It is a Mark 3. Gosh, I surprise me with myself sometimes with my accuracy. 1968 Triumph Herald 1360. Riley RM of some description. I'm very bad on it. I can't tell them apart at all. So this post-war Chevy pickup. 1972 Dodge Dart Swinger. I don't think I've ever seen one of these before, viewers. Pontiac Bonneville. 1964. Oh yes, very nice. I have one of these on my channel for the 6,000 subscriber special. 1968-69 Rover 3.5 litre P5B. This is the coupe, and it's got a beige leather interior with wood. Absolutely and utterly wonderful, viewers, as you might expect. Ford Popular from the 50s. Absolute sort of poverty spec car that they sold because some people liked them. 1966 Hillman Superminx Mark IV, purchased last month. That's very nice to see a car like that around here. Oh, there's an Avenger there as well. 1973-74 MG BG TV8 with the lovely wheels on it. Now here's a big bumper Mark II GTI. Again, it's just the 8-valve version of the GTI. 91-92 plates are one of the very last Mark IIs. Now that Rolls you saw earlier, I think I got that wrong, but I said a Silver Shadow. It's actually a Silver Spirit. This is a Silver Shadow. It's Silver Shadow 2. This is a completely incorrect plate for the year. It's probably a personal one. This will be around 1978. There we go. This Rolls Royce was commissioned for the Colt Car Company's hospitality car in Gloucestershire. Wow, weird. I wonder why they want one of those. Oh well. Oh, another big bumper GTI. Again, 91-92. Oh, is this a Fiat 126? It's one of the very first ones, if so. Gosh, it's tiny, isn't it? It's a really early one. They came out, I think, in 1972 or 73. I'm at 73, 74 registration, so it's a very, very early one. Mark IV Ford Scorpio here. I hope this is an engine we can talk about, viewers, because I don't talk about diesels on this channel. I can't actually see. I have driven one of these, but I can't talk about it because it has a diesel engine. And we have London and his friends around the country. They have introduced all these ultra emission and clean air zones, which means we can't talk about them anymore. That's quite an early one though, whichever fuel it is. 1995-6. This looks suspiciously like an R33 Nissan Skyline. And hello to R33 Paul on Instagram. 1996-7. Another 6 Series BMW here. 1984-85 on a B. Could very well be a 635. Gosh, more Scorpios. This one I should be able to tell if we can talk about it. Just having a look at the rev counter in here. Yes, up to 7, so yes, that'll be one we can talk about. Don't know what engine that is, it doesn't actually say, it says Scorpio. Again, like the other one on an N95-96. Could even be registered by Ford UK themselves actually. And on an HK plate. A Fiat Coupe 20 valve turbo. in blue. Yes, I drove one of these cars actually not too far from here. I drove it just near Luton. It was this exact colour combination on Sensible Second-Hand Classics back in about June. And yeah, they are a bit of a handful. Why on earth has this got a T plate if it's a 69? First registration unknown. Yeah, I absolutely no idea. No mileage recorded, new number plates put on in 1979. Weird. Oh, another Opel Manta B. This one's a saloon. This is a Manta GTE. The other one was just a 1.8S. This was the fast one. Again, a really late one. So 87, 88. So right at the end of production for these. W201 Mercedes-Benz 190E. This was for 2.6 litre. These are a bit faster than the 190E that I drove on the channel, which would have been last September. It's owned by a gentleman, my name is Simon, from the Lot 76 Cars YouTube channel. Ooh, 1981 to 82 Audi 100 5T. I think this is because it had a 5-cylinder engine. It didn't have a 5-speed gearbox, it's an auto. So now it starts at 200. Viewers, very, very tasty indeed. Extremely late. Splitty Volkswagen here. That's a 6970 plate, but they are out of production by then, so I imagine it's a little bit earlier than that, and this would have been imported at the time when they just slapped the plate on it of whatever year it came in, which was sort of common at the time. More Escorts, of course. We're quite near Essex here, and they do like their Escorts in Essex. Very late Mark II here, 1974 to 75 registration. It's an RS2000. This will be worth a lot of money, won't it, viewers? This one's a 1600 GT. Again, of course, it's absolutely immaculate. Mexico, 7172 registration. Mark II Zephyr. Not sure exactly of the year of this. I don't find it possible to tell between the high and low line versions of the Mark II Continental Zephyr Zodiac, I'm afraid, viewers. Unless you part them side by side, I wouldn't be able to tell, I'm afraid. Ooh, a Humber Imperial, 1965. This is even posher than that Super Sniper we saw. This was the sort of state dignitary style one. Isn't that great? Absolutely and utterly amazing. 1993 to 1994 BMW E30 Touring. This is a very late one. The E30 Touring continued for a couple of years after the E30 was discontinued for the other body styles, actually. This is a Series 1 Jaguar E-Type. With that tax in December 63, I would say that this is definitely a 3.8. I have driven an E-Type. It was a Series 1 4.22 plus 2 actually. 66 for one I drove. Another Rover P5 here. This one 69 to 70 registration. Very nice. And again, beige leather interior with wood. I do like a nice beige leather interior. One of these Mercedes is W115 or something shape. I get really confused with the model codes for these. I find it was impossible to sort of remember them properly. But yes, I think that's a sort of more cream interior rather than beige, but there we go. It's a 250C automatic with Porsche wheels. I think this is a Series 3 Esprit from what I can remember. Could be wrong about that though. 87, 88 registration. Turbo Esprit HC. It's not quite the Fiora only shape. We're a little bit further on actually by this stage. 1976-77 Alfa Romeo Spider. This is UK spec one, it looks like, unless it's imported from somewhere like South Africa. That's a 2000. Ooh, 1997-1998 Volvo V70 with a 2.5 white block engine. Very nice viewers. We are going to have one of these on the channel at some point. It just sort of depends when I get my hands on one, I think. Toyota 4Runner or Hilux Surf. Oh, and an Alfa Romeo 75, 1988 to 89 registration. This one's been stripped for racing, I think. The Milano was the name used on these in the United States of America. I wonder what SSRG means on the Hilux Surf. So it would be an imported one, 95, 96. Caterham here, 07. Don't know what engine's in there. Yeah, who knows? I don't know. 1972 to 73, Triumph GT6 Mark III. Very late GT6. This is actually the last year that they made the 73. If it could be 72 though. 1969 to 70, Rover P5B Saloon with a very, very nice beige leather interior. That is lovely. Of course, I did enjoy driving the one I drove, the coupe. It was 73, but obviously beige leather interior of wood is always going to meet with my approval. And someone's fitted the Webasto roof to this as well. Very, very nice. Very nice indeed. Pontiac Firebird. I don't know if it's a Trans Am. It could just be or is it Trans Am 87. Just the Knight Rider shape, although the ones used in Knight Rider were much earlier than this. There are many 82 or 83 models. This is an 87. But Citroen BX we'll have to skip because of the rules that the Mayor of London insists that we can't talk about those. Citroen GSA Club 1981 to 82. Oh, it's a left-hand drive one as well. Fans of the Ian Seabrook's Hubnut channel will be very happy about that, I'm sure. 1967 Ford Mustang. Interesting. E30 BMW M3 by AC Schnitzer. All the M3s of the E30 of course will left-hand drive like this one. I think it's a dogleg gearbox in these as well, which isn't good news for someone like me if you can't drive properly, which would be me. I think this is a Pininfarina badged 124 Spider. By this stage they weren't badged as the Fiat 124 Spider, just for Pininfarina. I can't remember what the reason for that was, I forget now. But that's an American import, 83, 84 registration. Excuse me. Or a Matchford. I can't remember quite about it. I think this was the French manufactured Fords, but I could be wrong about that. It's quite lumpy, this ground. You can see all these ridges in it. That's why I'm having difficulty walking. So Mark II Ford Zodiac, made in 1960. That looks very nice. Imperial Maroon. Very tasty. Mark I Volkswagen Golf GTI 83-84 registration. Looks very, very standard actually. This very, very standard. But that gear lever gauge is slightly different. But apart from that, that looks really rather standard. 2007 Golf R32. Don't know what this is. It looks like a Caterham, but I could be wrong. I don't know. Datsun 240Z, I think. Could be a 260Z. I've actually driven a 260Z, not the 240Z. I drove a 260Z actually last Christmas for the Christmas special on my channel. But yeah, it's a 240Z. 1995-1996 Mercedes-Benz R129 SL with a beige leather interior and wood. I do like a nice beige leather interior, viewers. Ford Scorpio Hearse goodness me, I'm surprised this hasn't gone around a banger track actually. That's what's happened to most of them. But someone's preserved this. And there's a happy chap lying in the back. Oh, it's a Cardinal by Coleman Mill. Excellent. Suzuki Samurai. My mother once got one of these as a courtesy car in the early 90s from a garage, and it was an awful lot of fun travelling in it, I must say. They were absolutely crazy. This one is a 93-94. 1967 Jaguar Mark II 3.8 litre. Ford Falcon. I can't remember the name of the estate version of the Falcon. It's quite an early Falcon, this. I can't remember now. 69 to 70 MGB GT. Ooh, a Bedford HA van. Oh, that's a really, really late one as well. A really late one. It's 83, 84. Gosh, that's a late one. Judging by that tax disc, it's an 84. I think that was the absolute last year they made these. In British Rail livery, of course, as well. Fantastic. Based on the HA Viva, which started production in 1963. 1976-77 Triumph 2000 TC. Very late for one of these, actually. Finished production next year, 77. Mark 1 Ford Escort RS 1600, 1970-71. Again, very valuable. Is that the pre-crossflow engine in that, yes? Gosh, a Cowley built Rover 75. Yes, black sills and everything. 2.5 litre V6. Yes, please. That's more like it. Not sure if I'm a fan of those aftermarket rear lights, though, personally. 1965 Ford Mustang, of course.
Oh, I think we can all wake up a little bit, but at this one we're going to all join in, going like this. Can you wave at me? Give us a wave. Are you ready?
1967. I think this was, by this stage, badges of Ford. I think the Thames van disappeared in 65, so Ford Anglia, very late one actually, because these finished production in 1967. TVR, I think this is an S2. I get very confused about these. With a nice suede leather interior, though. That's the thing that counts, really. 89, 90, something like that. Ooh, an Audi 80 Cabriolet. 95, 96 registration on this. It's a 2.6 litre with a sort of olive interior, I would say. Those finished production in 2000. They kept going for absolutely ages after the A4 was introduced. 1970 Ford Cortina 1600E. We've seen a lot of these, haven't we, today, viewers? Absolutely loads of them. And late Mark IV Escort Cabrio here, 1989 to 90. 1971-72 Ford Escort van. Even had the correct 600 weight badging on the side. 1979 to 80 Ford Escort Mark II 600 Sport. So many different Escorts, viewers. So many. 1990 to 1991 Porsche 911 964 Carrera 2 with the Targa top. Kind of surprised we haven't seen more of these. 1992 to 1993 Ford Sierra Sapphire Cosworth. Very, very late one indeed, viewers. One of the last. Thank you ever so much indeed once again for watching part 5 of the Slightly Shambolic Shuffle around the 2022 Knebworth Classic Motor Show. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, leave a comment below, and we shall see you again soon for more less than accurate information.